Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, the 26th day of June, the 27th day of SIVAN. Today, a summertime barbecuing halacha for you, and that is, let's say you're grilling some hamburgers on your beautiful backyard grill, and you just need to run into the house to get the ketchup or the steak sauce or whatever. A quick phone call, and you come back to the grill, and your hamburgers are still there, and they're looking beautiful, and they're, needing some turning over now, and you realize, uh-oh, there's a halacha called basar shenisale min ha'ayin, meat that has fallen away from your gaze. The Gemara talks about how that's a bad thing in halacha because it's possible, not likely, but it's possible that someone switched out the hamburgers, and those are not the kosher hamburgers that you put on the grill. They were plopped there by an animal or something, or your neighbor, and they're not kosher. It's far-fetched, right? It's not that likely that that happened, but the halacha was that the Gemara says this in Chulin, that meat that came away from your gaze and you didn't have a chance to watch it carefully, there's a remote possibility that something got switched, and you'd have to worry about that. So, does this apply to your barbecuing situation? So, it was Rav the Amore, that's the first of all Amoraim in the Gemara, who said this rule, and the Yerushalmi talks about this and says that, look, it does seem like a far-fetched thing. Rav knew that it was a far-fetched possibility, but he found that people were lax in this matter, and therefore he felt that he had to make a stringent rule to battle back against people's laxity, and that's why he made this rule. But nevertheless, if we adhere to it, then the guy in our story with the backyard barbecue would have to worry because he wasn't watching his hamburgers the whole time. So, Levi argues. Levi, the Amora, also did not hold like Rav, and the question is how we paskin. Do we worry, or do we follow Levi and say, look, it's exactly how I left the hamburgers. I put them right here. The likelihood that a pigeon picked them up and survived that and got me other hamburgers from a treif barbecue and put them in the exact same spot are not so likely. So Levi says you don't have to worry about this basar shenisalim in the ayin situation. They're your burgers exactly the way you left them. How do we paskin? So the Ramah and Ashkenazim follow the Ramah. He says that we paskin like Levi, the lenient way. And based on that, your hamburgers are going to be safe and you can eat them and everything's going to be fine. So this is the halacha for Ashkenazim who follow the Ramah. Those of you who are Svardim who don't follow this Ramah should discuss this with your rabbi. But I'm giving you the safe halacha for Ashkenazim here tonight. That we paskin like the Ramah paskins like Levi, who says that in situations like this where nothing seems to have changed, you can rely on Levi, who says you wouldn't have to make the decree in this type of situation. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.